Okay, I have to do this before we start. Can I take a selfie with you guys? I'm going to do it anyway, so. Come on, 1, 2, 3. I can start. I wake up every day thinking of ways to help others reach their fullest potential, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It's this drive to help others that has led me not only to the discovery of my own potential, but to the launch of Deeper Vibrations, a music and meditation business that sonically transforms people into their most creative and brilliant selves. I was the middle brother out of 3 and started playing piano at 6, flute at 10, and singing at 13. Music was a forte of mine, though I loved playing basketball, acting in musicals, and I even became student body president. As college approached, I knew I wanted to pursue music, but it didn't feel right that I had to give everything else up for that. Ultimately, I got accepted to the Thornton School of Music at the University of Southern California. USC is a big arts and entertainment school, and if it gives you any idea what my college experience was like, in my second month at USC, I was singing backup vocals for Barbra Streisand at the Emmy Awards. It's LA, of course. After graduation, I began living the typical LA musician life, playing midnight shows in Hollywood, touring all over the country with a boy band, and teaching piano lessons to the kids of the rich and famous. Working in LA taught me that composition and writing were my strengths, and so getting my music placed in TV shows and commercials became my main goal. Maybe it's because I was born and raised in Beaverton, Oregon, the home of Nike, but I always dreamed of having my music featured in an inspirational sports commercial. And so I started writing songs about overcoming adversity and challenge, the first one being We Are the Underdogs, a Queen-inspired anthem back in 2013. And while my musical efforts in LA manifested in many great things, collaborations with top 40 songwriters, music videos with tens of thousands of views, and winning music awards at international film festivals, the elusive song placement that would inspire millions of people all over the world still evaded me. And after multiple years of pursuing a music placement, I said to myself, if a company like Nike won't pick up my songs, I'm going to create my own fitness company and place my own songs in it. I was done waiting for other people to open doors for me. I was determined to build my own door and walk through it myself. But how would I create my own fitness company if I dedicated the last 10 years of my life to just music? Well, it turns out that during music school, I also began the practice of yoga. Even though everyone was telling me to focus just on one thing, I couldn't let go of my passion for athletics and movement. And in my 20s, I had already built up a reputation as a go-to teacher in Los Angeles. In fact, I had found myself teaching yoga to C-level executives at some of the world's most creative companies: MTV, Paul Mitchell, Walt Disney. This is a post-yoga pic of me and Duncan Sheik, the composer of the Broadway musical Spring Awakening. I noticed that after my classes, these creative businessmen would run to their computers and excitedly write down new ideas. There was something to the way I was teaching yoga, my methodical and mindful approach that had the power to unlock creativity. So an idea came to me. Instead of battling my athletic and artistic duality, I would embrace it by composing musical soundtracks for yoga and meditation to help people find their creative potential. And so I quickly got to work, studying the science of sound and how the brain functioned, to see if there was a way to produce musical content that could promote the creative flow state. And eventually, I landed upon a scientific concept called brain entrainment. Okay, so a little bit of science. Brain entrainment states that by listening to musical sounds that vibrate at distinct frequencies, because of course music is just vibration, one can induce specific neural activity in the brain. So in other words, if you immerse yourself in the right type of musical sound or vibration for just 6 minutes, you'll be able to get your brain to think more creatively. This scientific finding, brain entrainment, gave me the confidence to start composing music. The idea was to create musical soundscapes and to infuse them with creativity-enhancing beats for yoga and meditation classes. I created a few prototypes in New York City, and after a few months of hustle, I amazingly landed my first client, Equinox Gym. Equinox is an American-based luxury fitness company that has 135 gyms all over the US, Canada, and the UK. Earlier this year, Equinox bought 30 minutes of my creativity-enhancing music, and I'm proud to say that my soundtracks have already been played at their Manhattan locations, and plans are in place to spread my music westward to their gyms all over North America. With this kind of momentum, I decided to make this music soundtrack operation an official business, Deeper Vibrations. My plan is to ultimately pitch these musical soundtracks to other companies that would benefit from creativity-inducing music, co-working spaces, art galleries, even nursing homes. But my first step is to open up a Deeper Vibrations music and meditation studio right here in York, where a client can book an individual meditation session and 20 minutes later walk away more creative and inspired. This studio will be located at the Grotto, York's premier co-working space for creatives, thinkers, and entrepreneurs. The location couldn't be any better. Now, Deeper Vibrations is part of a bigger brand, Deeper. When most people think of a brand, they think of companies that create physical product. Honda makes cars, Levi Strauss makes jeans. Deeper is different because it's a brand that creates experiences. And these experiences help to transform people into their most creative and brilliant selves. How does Deeper do this? Well, in addition to the Deeper Vibrations musical experience, I'll be launching the Deeper Yoga Studio in October, which will offer daily yoga classes. I'll also continue to lead my annual week-long adventure and introspection retreat, the Deeper Retreat. And that's a pic from our last experience in the Swiss Alps. And that's what Deeper is. It's a lifestyle brand that offers experiences to help people unlock their fullest potential. What's most prepared me to help others in this process is the long and winding path that it took me to embrace all of me and my passions for creativity, athletics, spirituality, travel, and adventure, which is exactly what Deeper stands for. It's only recently dawned on me that Deeper Vibrations is on track to accomplish the same goal I had as a 20-something bohemian living in Los Angeles, to inspire millions of people all over the world with my music. And for that, I'm grateful, not just for the resume bullet point, but for the opportunity to prove to myself that when the going got tough, I got creative, embraced my multiple passions, and courageously dove in deeper.